Hi guys, Simon Trezelli here, Voice of Reason. I wanted to do this video yesterday, but I got to say I was so pissed off. I spent the whole day really going through this, and now I know why. And it's not what you think. Everyone now has heard about Peanut and Fred, okay, the squirrel that got abducted by the authorities and killed for no other reason than he was just a squirrel living indoors and living his best life. So why was I pissed off? And you know, I went through social media, and it wasn't just me. Everyone is pissed off. This is a phenomena, and I had to really look at why that was, because you know, we've all been in cars, we've all run over squirrels. I mean, squirrels, hedgehogs. I mean, it's just a fact of life, and you know, it's a shame, but you just get over it. But this whole thing with Peanut, you know, it has such dire consequences, and when I was able to think about it, now I know why. So, as we all know, the authorities decided to use their resources, state authorities, 12 officers, to basically detain the owner of an animal in a sanctuary. Okay, it's an actual animal sanctuary. He was trying to get certification, but he didn't have that certification. So someone went to a judge and got a warrant to actually put 12 officers into this house to detain him, take the animals, and then kill them, even though, you know, they were happy, they'd been there for 7 years. Right? What they didn't realize is that this was an internet sensation. It wasn't just any squirrel. This was a squirrel with fans. I mean, 500,000 fans, right? And this is where the problems will arise. Already the backlash has been so severe that the head of the DEC, this environmental control, why we need that, I have no idea, has already deleted all of her social media. Okay, so they know what they did. They know that it was wrong. But look at the ramifications. Right? You got New York. Is New York a model state? No, it's a failed state. You got the mayor of New York, you know, the highest ranking official in that city, under indictment for corruption and fraud, with not only him, but all of his people, okay? All of his inner circle are being indicted for corruption. So this is the example that we're setting. Then you have the governor, Hochul, you know, who is creating so much problem by being a sanctuary city, that not only is she now welcomed in these Venezuelan gangs who are rising crime by 60%, at the same time trying to take away the rights of the Second Amendment for all of her citizens. I mean, can you imagine what a perfect storm of violence that will be? That you disarm the people that should be armed, and then you allow migrants to be armed in that way because you're not going after them, because it's too difficult. Because if you start, you know, indicting them, you start putting them in jail, then you fill up your jails with people that you don't want anyway, and it just proves the problem of sanctuary cities. So they're not willing to do that. Now, so what happened yesterday? Did the Democrats come out and say, oh, well, that was a real shame? Probably it was a bit of a misstep, you know, in one of our blue states. No, they didn't. They're silent. Kamala Harris is silent. Biden is silent. Who's not silent? Donald Trump, Elon Musk. They immediately got on this. Why? Because they are Peanut. Because we can see what's happened in New York with Letitia James, with Alvin Bragg, bringing unfair and unjust politicized lawsuits against Donald Trump in the same city. So perhaps there's a problem with the city, not a problem with Peanut, and probably not a problem with Donald Trump. So we can see what's going on. Now, the fact of the matter is that you need to look up Executive Order 214 that Hochul signed. Now, that is a law that allows state authorities to come into your house uninvited without a warrant and detain you, take your children away, and place them in quarantine camps on the basis of public health. They can then, under law, inject you with whatever substances they deem fit, and there is no legal recourse against it. There is no due process. There is no way that you can actually go against this. This is Executive 214 law. Look it up. That is what's happening. Peanut is an example of that. We are all Peanut if we allow this stuff to continue. That is why people are upset. That is why I'm upset, because it's not about a fucking squirrel, right? It's not about that. It's not about a squirrel. It's not about a raccoon. It's about this organization, this regime that you only ever see in Soviet Russia, you only ever see in 1930s Germany. They would come in and actually take people away and put them into camps and experiment on them. And in the Nuremberg trials, what did they say? We were only following orders. Fuck you. We're only following orders. And that's what these agents would be saying. Following orders from the court, following orders from the DEC. That is not how people want to live in this country. And unless people start sticking up and actually doing something about it and using their vote in 3 days' time, you're going to see a lot of this in every state. I guarantee it. We are living in a potential dictatorship. And it's not Donald Trump that's coming in with that. It's these big government organizations, and they all have 3 letters. Do you honestly think that the DEC has your best interests at heart, or the IRS, or the FBI, or the ATF? Isn't it interesting? There is a pattern here. They are all interested in creating the deep state. And I'm going to do another video on this, where it becomes problem, reaction, solution. This is what you are seeing right now. Do something about it, guys. You've only got a couple of days. This is Simon Giselian, still pissed off. Out to you.